All right, guys, back with another update here. Just want to bring you one on Sunday night after the futures open. We're all kind of thinking the same thing. Is the dip going to keep dipping? Where's the spots to buy? So let's go over that in this one real fast for you. Um, Something that I have been mentioning in the past few updates that I've been making is the spot flows, like I've been talking about. Again, spot flows are going to be actual Bitcoin changing hands instead of futures. You can think the futures are path dependent, so they need to either have the price go up or down, um, for them to either make or lose money. Spot's a little bit different. And normally when there's strong spot flows, either up or down, we can see this through something like the CBD chart, which will be down here at the bottom. So when you have futures going up like this, and then you have spot, let's say, selling off like this, what you'll end up have happen is the futures people, basically they are longing, right? CVD is going up, people are piling in, they're long, long, long. Spot is selling, kind of absorbing them, you could think about it. And let's say even here, if the delta right here is going up, 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 futures is buying, spot is selling, and then we take out the low, they all get stopped out. So what we are seeing on the tape is still people selling. I'm sure they don't want the headline risk with Trump and kind of the macro fears. What it looks like, we can check this one here. Um, this one doesn't give a great representation because I have all of the markets added into it, as you can see. But let's check this one here. So this will just be Binance. Look at the CBD, guys, straight down and to the right again. So what are they doing? Spot is selling. What are spot flows going to be? They're stronger flows. Remember, that's actual Bitcoin changing hands instead of just a synthetic future on top. So they're normally, one, sticky. They can actually move price more normally. Um, so that's how I like to think about them. Looks like Coinbase as well. I mean, you can see they are selling as well. And then we can go over to my Velo chart here. And yeah, I mean, you can, this one's even easier. I mean, so the cumulative trade delta, that one is going to be, again, your futures lumped with everything else. So that's going to be this red here. And then the other one's going to be your spot flows. Let's blow this up to make it easy. So what you're kind of seeing, I mean, this is basically textbook right here. Spot, continue to sell, continue to sell. Look at this line going down, and then you have all these people jamming in on futures, and then they get taken out here. We can see by I have liquidations down here, basically people being stopped out of their positions. And we basically have just been seeing that over and over. Again, right here, we build this range. We have OI start to mark up, so people longing. We have the CBD kind of going up, spot continuing to sell, and then people get wrecked again. We can see the liquidation here. So if you guys are going to be trading right now, I'm mostly doing some short time frame stuff. I'm looking for one, the liquidations, which is that indicator I have down here, and open interest, which is basically when people are in a bunch of futures positions and they get forced out of the market, let's say here, and you have a big flush like this, it can kind of be a good just mean reversion trade to the upside. So how I'm kind of playing it, I'm definitely down here. I'm not entering into any fresh shorts just because of how far we've already came. Kind of the risk reward for me isn't great. I mean, we could get a headline, news trade, something like that, but just for me personally, the risk reward isn't there. What I'm mostly using honestly this Velo chart here. I'm looking at the changes in open interest. Again, you really or only want to focus on these really stark changes here. I mean, this is a really another textbook example, to be honest with you. You get these people, they're longing, longing, longing here. Everyone gets stopped out. Basically, all their positions close. Everybody jams back into the market. We can see the CVD slightly ticking up, and then we get another flush out here. Again, look at the spot CVD the whole time, guys. It is selling. That's not what you want to see. You want spot to be supportive of price. You don't want it to just be constantly selling. So then we get the open interest kind of ramp up, and then we get another nuke here. Look, you guys can see it right now. It's we're hitting near the lows, and it looks like we're getting some open interest pukes, even some liquidations. Quite small, but good example there, kind of live for you. So that's the plays that I'll be making. I'm definitely going to be looking at the spot flows on both Trading Lights and Velo. I can send you guys the templates if you want them. But I mean, even an easier indicator here, we have, these are just like liquidation bubbles. You can see they're getting some huge bubbles here. So that's all that shows. I actually want to turn this down just a little bit. There we go. But yeah, you can see we come down, open interest gets wiped. Oh, here it is, open interest gets wiped, and then we get the liquidation bubble. So, I'm not jumping into anything. We're not really getting, the market has matured a lot. So we used to get these really big kind of liquidation nukes, and we definitely still do, but the market definitely has matured. The market would used to come here. Let's say these are candles. We'd kind of be trading in a range, and then we get some one big nuke, and then we just instantly reverse it, and then we'd head to the upside. That doesn't really happen as much anymore, but it's still a good barometer. I mean, when you see this kind of price action and spot again is selling, spot is selling, it's very controlled and slow selling. It's just kind of grindy action. You don't normally want to step in front of this. Um, this kind of price action normally leads lower until we get those like this one. I mean, you could have taken this trade. You can tell the volume picked up. We looking at this other indicator here. We got some nice liquidations, but you have to basically bottom ticket, and then you're only getting a percent off of it. So just be careful. Um, so far, it's not looking great. Let's check the index. Yeah, I guess the index is just kind of going sideways, so that's good. I guess we'll see on the Monday open how it really responds. Something I have been trading more is Sol rather than Bitcoin or ETH, just because the swings are normally pretty large. Like this is about 3-4%. I can put size into it. Um, and the liquidations have actually been pretty good. Like this one was very good here. If you look at, I have another Velo chart with Sol, you can see again, open interest nukes off a cliff. We get the liquidation, we get the high trade count, and then we just insta kind of V reverse. And if you catch any on the up candle, you can get a free kind of 2-3%. I say free, you have to really kind of really be glued to your desk and be there at the moment. So easier said than done for sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, just be careful, guys. Don't slam into any longs. Um, if you are kind of, doing it on high leverage or anything, if you are going to be using kind of these low time frame scalping tactics, just make sure you're using them, you know, how they're supposed to be intended. The flows are so strong over top. I'm not seeing a bunch of reasons just yet to get long, but I'm sure we could go into the Monday open. We could see ES start marking up, and that doesn't even matter, and we just reverse. What I am seeing is the order book suite, it's flipping blue, and I can explain that as well for you guys. So basically, when it's blue, I have 5 and 10%. So 5 and 10% away from price, we have more bids. That's just going to be these kind of indications here where we have the yellow and the green. They're just resting orders. Both Coinbase and Binance are kind of flipping. That's good. We want to see supportive bids coming in. We're hitting Literally, we almost just tapped this bid right now. Did we hit this one on Coinbase? Let's see. No, it's still there. Hasn't been hit yet. Just taking a look at the orders there. So the alts that I'm going to be scalping, going to be Solana. ETH has, I haven't really traded this coin much at all. I honestly should just remove it from my watch list. XRP as well has given some nice moves. The swings have been pretty good. Yeah, 12%. It off the daily open here, we got kind of a drive and then an instant reverse of 10%. So this has been a pretty volatile coin. You can put a little bit of size into here, more than some of these other altcoins for sure. All right, but anyways, that's kind of the strategy that I'm using right now. The levels that I'll go through with you guys real fast. We talked about kind of the sweep of this level here and then kind of the reversal. I can show you how that ended up turning out. Yeah, we just kind of grinded into it. If you did buy, I mean, you got what, 1.5%, so it wasn't a terrible one. Your risk reward wouldn't have been great. So if you grabbed that one, great. The other trade we were talking about was kind of around this high volume node, and I said it would be very choppy. And honestly, we did kind of get this kind of structure here that you could have longed off of, but again, guys, the levels TA is kind of a meme. You want to be looking at the flows. So the spot flows and the perpetual flows and the open interest and stuff. Again, I have this template I can share with you guys. This is really, if you're going to be low time frame trading, what you want to be looking at. You can also use something like this. This is TRDR. And this is not my template. This is Abe's template from Abe Trade. And what you guys can use this for is just the extreme moves. Let's say open interest or liquidations. You can see it's extreme here if you're just looking for short time frame trades, stuff like that. Anyways, back to these levels over here. Yeah, I mean, not much. Again, we're back in this range like we talked about. Again, when we're in a distribution, that's what it's called. You have the value area high, the value area low. This is called the value area high. When you come into it, you can expect to trade at least to the point of control, if not to the other side of value, which is going to be down here. Now, it's not, it's not a law. Price can do whatever it wants, but this is just kind of a statistical thing that I like to look at. I have a bunch of data around this. It normally works out pretty well. Again, this is a very big range. It's a multi-month, um, starting from the end of November. So it's not just going to be, straight nuke down here and then just instant reverse kind of thing. But you guys know what I'm talking about. So again, be careful with the longs. Use the spot CVD, they call it, if you're going to be low time frame trading along with the open interest and liquidations. I think that's your best bet. I'm not looking at too much levels right now. I'm more kind of watching the flows. I am watching obviously this low area, see what the response is going to be down here. But other than that, honestly, I'm not looking for much. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments. And yeah, stay safe, guys. Probably going to be a pretty volatile week. I just want to show you this here. Yeah, and then we do have implied volatility going up here. So we'll see what happens. Going to be an interesting week. All right. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.